Alright, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another Lunar Classic update. So we have a wild market right now. The market is currently green, as we can see here, but we had horrible CPI and inflation data come out just yesterday. So what is going on? What is going on with Lunar Classic, and what's going on with you guys? Let me know down there in the comment section what you think is happening here in the market. With that said, nothing in this video is financial advice because I'm not financial advisor. So first of all, we're green across the board here. If we do check out the overall market, it's up 2%. Terra Classic here, still number one trending. It's been number one trending for so long, which is a good sign. But overall, the market is green today, which is super surprising. If you didn't know, we had the CPI data come out at 9.1% in June, which is an increase from the last month. So this is bad. Overall, it's bad for the market. But what we saw on the Bitcoin chart was we saw an initial dump, and now we're seeing a relief rally. What I think happened was people were preparing for a worst case scenario. They got the worst case scenario, but that already meant that the sell-off that would have happened already happened. So we had a brief dump, and now we're having a relief. I think that this relief will not last too long. We'll relief upwards. I'm not sure exactly where we'll go. Maybe we could go as high as 26,000. That would be pretty crazy, but most likely around this $22,000 mark. Come up, and then we'll head downwards because we have a lot of bad stuff coming out this month. I'm going to go through those exact dates that you need to watch a little later in this video. But heading over to Terra Classic, we're up 4% today. Very nice to see. Overall on the market, we traveled upwards here a few weeks ago, and now we are trending downwards quite significantly. But remember, the overall market is bearish. So the overall market's bearish. Of course, Lunar Classic's going to be bearish. Right now, it's a community-driven, hype-based coin. It's going to be bearish when the market is bearish, but it's nice to see that it does react to the market when the overall market is going up. Terra Classic is going up. I do think, however, there is more room to go downwards. We could always drop down to where we saw here pretty easily and pretty quickly, just as fast as we pumped up here. Don't think that just because we've held up here, this is where the price will stay for now. So stay slow. Don't invest all of your money into the market. Please do research and spread it out. If you want a dollar cost average, that's something you can do, but spread it out. I myself hold a little bit of Lunar Classic, but I haven't bought any more recently. I would rather this came all the way back down to here before I started buying again, but I may very well add to my bag. With that said, we have UST down today, almost 7%, down at just under 4 cents, which, hey, there is really no use case for UST right now. It is just existing. There is no burn mint function happening. So we would need for this to be massively burnt before it got anywhere. But people are still holding it up. People are still holding it. It still has a fully diluted market cap of 400 million, which is pretty good to see. Now, heading over to the Lunar burner on Terrarity, we can see that 1.2 billion tokens has been burnt. The total UST burnt is 455 million, but this is 4% of the supply. Now, only 0.02, let's call it, percent of the supply for Lunar Classic has been burnt, which isn't a lot. But people continue to send money to the burn address over and over again, which is insane, which is wild to me. Why you would send your own money away here? It's better just to hold it for the long term if you believe that, for example, Binance might burn it, which is what we're going to speak about, or these other exchanges, or they're going to burn it on chain. It seems a bit crazy to send your own money away, but of course you guys can do what you want to do. It's up to you. If you do want to make the best of this situation with Bitcoin and with Lunar Classic, you can trade on BitGet. You can get up to $4,000 in bonuses just by following my links down there in my description. Highly suggest just signing up to this exchange so you're ready if you want to make any moves in this. And one of the best things about this exchange, there's no KYC, so you guys can figure out why that is good. Now, moving on, we have some news. CZ spoke out just 10 hours ago, yesterday on July the 13th. He was responding to, basically he gets berated with tweets saying, please implement the burn on Binance. And his response was, their blockchain need to implement the burn first. I think this is very positive. This sounds very positive. This sounds like he may very well implement the burn once it happens on chain, which hasn't happened yet. Remember, we are not burning anything on chain right now. And this is not him saying, no, we're not going to implement it. It needs to happen on chain first, which I think is very positive. So he's spoken out. Great stuff there. Remember, there is no incentive for any exchange to implement this tax or burn. None. all they're going to do is most likely lose customers. So they may not actually do it. The reason why I say that is because if you have, let's say, two of the biggest exchanges, let's take Binance and FTX. If one has the implementation of the 1.2% burn or tax and one doesn't, people may just move their money from one exchange to the other exchange, and then they can sell and buy with huge amounts and not have this 1.2% tax. If you were trading, let's say, $100,000 in Luna Classic, you're going to lose over $1,000 every time you trade. So that's the worry, right? That's the reason why exchanges may not bring this. Now, moving on. We do, in fact, have some of the Binance wallets seemingly burning 677,000 tokens, which isn't a lot, but they are burning, which is good to see. And then on top of that, just yesterday, we have Binance completes its 20th quarterly BNB burn. 1.96 million BNB has burned. This is close to 500 million US dollars worth of BNB. So this just goes to show that CZ and Binance is willing to burn tokens to benefit the community, which is lovely to see. Now, with that said, what do we have going on in the market? So like I said, 9.1% CPI data in June. The reason why I think that this bounce that we're in currently is not going to last is because, one, we have huge companies and their earnings report coming out over the next few weeks. If the earnings are bad, which they most likely will be, this will be bad for the stock market. We also have traders that bet that 1% that the interest rates will be raised. We also have interest rates being assumed. We also have interest rates going up. We're going to find out about these on the 26th to the 27th. People are expecting a 1% raise, so 75% basis points to 100% basis points. Bad for the market because it means that money isn't flowing as easy like it was a few years ago. Now, on top of that, we also on July 28th find out if we are officially in a recession. Now, I know a lot of people think we are already in a recession, but it's not official. So once this is official, this could be very bad for the market. Remember, if you want to trade the volatility that we have right now in the market, you can do so over on BitGet. Hopefully, I provided you with some value today. I'll see you in the next one.